Hey guys, especially you teenagers. I said I'd be back, and I'm back. All right. Right now, I'm going to talk to you guys about taking constructive criticism. All right. Well, as I know, teenagers don't like to listen to adults because they think they know everything. And it's true, guys. You know I'm right. But doesn't mean that you guys are stupid. No. Listen, when you have adults like your parents, your teachers, your bosses, some of you work nowadays, whoever, telling you something and they're being constructive, like they're showing you respect, but it's still something you need to hear, just listen, just fix it. All right, guys. I understand, when you're a teenager, when you're a kid, you don't like to be told what to do, but you also don't like to be told what to do if what you're doing is working for you. You guys got to understand, when you're an adult, you see things a little differently, okay? Adults like to think about things in the long run. They like to think about things ahead of time. Meaning, this might be working for you right now, but it might not work for you forever. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say I have a daughter right now, all right? And let's say I'm actually older than her. Let's say I'm probably in my late 30s, early 40s, all right? Let's say she's already in high school. She wants to date a guy. Now, me personally, if I end up having a daughter, I don't know how I would handle something like this, but if I did, I'd have to meet the guy first. Okay, I gotta meet him before they get real serious. Because let's be honest with you, teenage boys, I know exactly what's on your mind. Okay, and a lot of the time, it's not nothing good. Okay, I know. Come on now, but look, let's be honest here. If I meet him and I see a few things I don't like about him, like maybe he hangs out in the streets a lot. Maybe he does drugs. Maybe I see he smokes dope or does stuff. Maybe I see he's. It's just something I don't like about him. And I'm not talking about a certain group of kids. Y'all know what I mean by that. Okay? Anybody can go to school, make good grades, can dress appropriately, can talk appropriately, be respectful, and do the right thing. That's anybody, okay? I'm not describing anybody. But parents know what I mean. Just somebody you don't want your daughter, or maybe you don't want your son dating, because maybe you see something bad happening. Like maybe my daughter might tell me, "Well, Dad, I love him." Maybe this and that. Well, look, if you're my daughter, I'm gonna tell you flat out how I feel. Like maybe I don't like how he does this. I don't like that about him. I feel like he may end up breaking your heart in the long run, and I don't want that to happen to you because I see that in him. You may need to go for somebody like this or that. And listen, kids, teenagers, whatever you want to call yourselves, young adults. I'll call you guys young adults. If you see something like that, don't get mad about it. Just actually listen to us, because remember, even though we know more than you guys right now, we're not better than you. Maybe we don't want to see you guys get hurt, especially you females. All right, because most of the time, for a guy, who's a teenager, men in general sometimes, but sometimes there's some great men out there like myself. But usually a teenage boy or is not gonna mean it when he tells you he loves you. Most of the time, he's not going to. And if I see that as a father or an adult, and I know that, and I know her, like my daughter or whatever, and I'm telling you that, don't take it personally. It's actually a good thing. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make sure nothing bad happens to you. Or sometimes if I had a son, and maybe it's a girl, I don't see anything good about her. Or maybe I see something I don't like. I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell you, because I think that's I think. What's best for you, what may be best for you. And you're right. We don't know what's best for you, but we also could tell you right now, based off of meeting somebody, interacting with somebody that you might not know very well. We can also tell you what could probably hurt you, and we don't want that to happen. Okay? Basically, we're saying we don't want you to eat that spinach because we see that it can lead to an infection that can kill you or hurt you, whatever the case is. That's all. Learn to listen to us, and you don't have to necessarily understand us, but you should at least listen. Okay? Because it's probably going to benefit you in the long run. It will benefit you in the long run. Remember, kids, remember, teenagers, anytime an adult is telling you something, that adult is telling you something for your own good. And you should listen instead of arguing with us, instead of talking back and doing this and that, instead of being defiant, because I know it's in your blood. I used to be a teenager. It's in our blood, in y'all's blood. I ain't no teenager. Just listen to us. Okay? Trust us. Do the right thing and just listen. Because I promise you, if you were in our shoes, you'd be doing the same thing for your kid. Okay? That's all I gotta say. Now, if you guys have any other situations that can relate to this that I didn't mention, I just try to relate better to kids, to teenagers, because this is what most likely goes on in the dating world and whatnot. All right, and sometimes it's because the son's a certain color, maybe the boy's a certain color, the girl's a certain color, this and that. And that's not it at all, guys. Okay. Now, if that was a reason, and it's obvious that you're dating somebody who's good, but maybe the parent says, "Oh, it's obvious." Yeah, this and something petty or something that really doesn't make any sense, like a skin color or religion, then that I can understand where it's obvious, and this person does the right stuff, and somebody you want to be with, yeah, I can see that where it's wrong. But most of the time, an adult is telling you for your own good, because we don't want to see you regret that decision later on. All right, that's all. Like I said, if you got something to say, you got a comment, you got some questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer them to help you as best as I can. Remember, I'm not an expert on anything, okay? It's just I used to be a teenager, and I want to give back to teenagers to where they can end up where I'm at, if not better, with a degree, with a diploma, with a certificate, with all these good things going on right now in my life. And I think it's because I was doing a good job as a teenager, and I want to see you guys do the same, if not better. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. I'll come up with something else tomorrow.